Baron Araignee.
And I'm Baroness Araignee.
As you've noticed, the countdown has ended, and you're probably wondering, what is the key?
Well, the key to ultimate spiritual power and the future of magic. Now, we didn't make that up out of nowhere. Really, we were not being vain or egotistical by even mentioning something like that. Well, to put it simply, it's a book. It's our magus opus.
Yes, we know there are many people, probably, that walks the path of spiritual enlightenment and has discovered the key as well throughout their practice. So we cannot claim we are the only people who has this key, because we simply do not know every practitioner or spiritual person in the world.
However, contained in this book that we are busy writing right now, we will give you a key. You can see it as a skeleton key, the universal key of magic and spiritual growth. You know, everywhere you look, when you look for, I don't know, ultimate spiritual power and stuff like that, you would undoubtedly come across sites to become a living god. You all know likely what we're talking about here. But we will not say, or we will not claim by releasing this book that you will become a god of sorts. We won't say that because, well, some of you will likely know our standpoint concerning the matter. However, what we can say, and what we will say, as it is so, you will not become a god. You will become a spiritual titan. And, well, all of you likely knows the story of the titans and the gods. And the titans, well, is much, much more powerful than the gods because they, after all, created the gods. So you do the math.
Irrelevant of what paradigm you are following, whether you are a Satanist, a Wiccan, a Neo-Pagan,
whatever,
a Chaos Mage, it's irrelevant. Even if you're an atheist or religious person, this work that we are creating can be used by anyone, by any creed, any race, any age, and practically apply it in your life and make a great success of it. You'll actually see physical change, spiritual change in a short amount of time.
Change in every single part and aspect of your life. And this we can assure you of. Because we're not making these claims, we're not just pulling it out of the air, if you will. No. Before we started writing this book, when we first started planning on writing this book, our magus opus, we have approached two people. The one is a religious person, a highly religious one at that. You can call them devout if you want. The other person is an atheist. Now, obviously we did not write the book yet, so we could not give it to them. However, we explained things to them. We said things nice and simply in front of them. And, well, let's just say it's been about 2-3 years now. And they have seen change undoubtedly.
You see, this is our paradigm. It's known as the hexagrammaton, as we've mentioned. We've been practicing this for quite some time, and we want to give to you, the public, something in return, as we believe it is about time for this to be revealed. There are many ingenious individuals in the past who followed the same path as us, but unfortunately they could not make or bring to light this way of life in magic, spirituality, and life in general, as probably would have been persecuted and executed, as many have in the past. Some died early in their life and couldn't complete their magus opus concerning this.
And others simply did not wish to disclose it so openly and like on a silver platter, if you wanted. They just didn't want to say, you know what, we thought, well, we're sure that we're not the only ones that got tired of the same old stuff being circulated in the occult world. So it's about time that something like this is being released. It's about time.
Yes, you can view this as a skeleton key of magic, because this is what it will basically do, is unlock what was once hidden in plain sight.
And when we say it was once hidden in plain sight, we are definitely not joking about that. Because, you know, those of you who's busy watching this, you can almost be guaranteed that we were once exactly where you are sitting in your path right now. We felt exactly the same as you are feeling concerning your spiritual development. We also were doubtful and frustrated, and we wanted more. We wanted more out of our practices. We wanted more out of everything. And you know, all this stuff that we are going to put plainly in this book we're busy writing, it was always there. And even most of those things we looked at, but we did not see what was there. We looked, but we did not see, as is the case with most things in life. And you know, how should we put it? As we said, this book is like a skeleton key. So once you have it, we're not going to write every single example in the damn thing, because otherwise, yeah, it will not fit into one volume, no matter how big that volume is. But once you take that, we can guarantee you can take every single paradigm, every single religious belief, every single religious text you find, and you can simply apply, and you will see everything was always there. You just didn't know what to look for.
Unfortunately, at this point in time, we cannot reveal too much concerning the contents of the book, but what we can say is this is not just another how-to book of magic. This is a paradigm by itself. All right? Everything we've entered in the book and will be entering in the book will be supported with factual evidence. So we're not just pulling this out of thin air. And as you know, or some of you might know, all our material is written through practical experience and knowledge.
So, and also, it's not just written from a magical or spiritual perspective.
Yes.
It is also cross-referenced with historical evidence and also with scientific and psychological evidence. Because, you know, and we're going to say this plainly and upfront to you, because some of you who's been in your path for a while or who's been practicing for a while, maybe you feel the same way, but we can assure you this, that if the cult does not evolve and change, if it stays exactly as it is, it will die out.
That is our prediction. You see, this is not just another book of magic or system of magic. This will trump any system of magic in existence.
And we don't say this in ego or in vain.
It's simply a fact.
Also, because if you look at the modern world today, look around you. This is not a world where you use horses for transportation and where you have to hunt for your food or whatever like that. Have to bow to some emperor or something. No. This is a world of science. Mankind has made science their new god. And, well, let's just be honest, this new god of humanity is killing off spiritual beliefs like you won't believe. So, the occult has to evolve, become modern, become what it should have always been about. Because we discussed the other day that even the word occult, its meaning is so lost and watered down today. You know, you won't believe it.
Yes, if you look at science, why has science progressed so much? It's because it's evolved and changed, and it's become more than what it is.
It's grown with humanity.
It's grown. So for anything to evolve and ascend and transcend, it has to grow and change. This is just a natural form of things. You cannot adhere to information and knowledge that is dated 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 1,000 years back, because those people were quite ignorant concerning the world and how it
really worked.
Yes, and the laws of physics and so forth. So it will be idiotic to cling to those sentiments and beliefs.
And yet again, you know what? We're not saying this as being all high and mighty and stuff, because once we did the same thing.
Yes, we were fanatical in our beliefs.
You know, if you had to see us back then, you would not recognize us as being the same damn people. We were so different. We were so fanatic. We would do anything just to protect and preserve what we believe in and to just cling on to that until this happened.
One moment in time, yes.
One moment in time changed everything for us.
You see, we won't be removing the spirituality in life or in the occult in general. We'll be actually adding to it in a more lucid and non-fanatical manner. And any person will gain tremendously from this system that we have created or we have brought to life.
Because as we said way in the beginning of the video, we're not claiming that we hold the only way to this, we hold the only key. No, we cannot say that.
We cannot own it.
We cannot own it. It is not ours to own. It has just always been there.
We're just bringing it to light.
We're just bringing it to light. And then you might of course be wondering, then why of course we'll be charging for this book and all, but then you must be wondering, well, why? If we don't own this information, then why would we be charging for something that we don't even own? And then we can tell you something, and we'll just have to quote this: if you're good at something, you never do it for free.
Exactly. At the end of the day, we have to carry the cost of putting this information out there. That's why we are charging for this product.
Also, please keep in mind that the charge will not be insane.
Yes.
Because as you've seen, maybe, on our website, under the section of our self-published occult books, we have cut the price of all our books in half to, to give back to you. The global economic crisis and all that, it reaches all of us, no matter what.
Yeah, no one is exempt from that.
No.
So we're trying to make our work available to everybody, at a reasonable price.
And writing this book, we are... Well, we're not just started with it. We're a ways in, but we're not close to being finished with it yet. We write fast, don't know if you know, but we write bloody fast. But anyway, you have no idea how difficult it is to put it all on paper in a lucid and understandable way, because you must understand, it's already part of us, this way of thinking. We don't have to think about it or discuss it with each other. We already know it. We already been through that process. We already know it. But putting it so that other people can understand what we're trying to say and know and see.
That's the tricky part.
That is really, really difficult. So you just have to bear with us on that. But as I say, we write fast.
Yeah, and it won't take months and months to complete. No, not at all.
And also, as we said, it's amazing how all the stuff that we're going to present to you, you will recognize it. You know that you have seen it before somewhere in your journey. You will recognize it. And then we can assure you that upon reading this book, first thing, if you apply what is in there and if you take it in, every single aspect of your life will be touched by it and changed for the better. And the second one, if you don't apply it, and even if you just read it, you cannot unread it. You cannot forget what you've read and seen, because it will be impossible to do so. And even then, it will open you up. It will open your eyes so you can see what's around you, and you will not be able to avoid it. Even then, your life will be changed because your eyes will be open.
See, what we want to do is we want to give the power back to you as an individual. Take that power so you can soar spiritually and to the heights of heaven.
And claim what is yours, what was always yours from the start. Every single person, watching this or not, you have the power already. You always had it. It's not a select few that can get it. You already have it. You must just take it for yourself.
Then you can stand in the heavens and look down and shout out, I am that I am. And then you know that you are content.
You'll become Baphomet. You'll become Abraxas. You will just be.
So, yeah.
Yes, and, so we don't ramble on the whole time about this, because this is
we're actually very excited about this.
Yeah, it's a matter very close to us.
Yes.
It is just amazing and mind-blowing.
And we're very glad and excited that we can share our paradigm with you.
Yeah, and of course, the paradigm is not set in stone, of course, as long as you just follow
the
basics, which will be very bloody obvious, as long as you just, Anyway, to those of you who has subscribed on the homepage of our website, the newsletter form precisely for this, you will be kept updated on the progress of the book, etc., 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 and so forth. And those of you who wants to be kept updated about this, we highly recommend that you do this, because we will put updates on our social media feeds and so forth, but not that much. Basically, the only thing you'll know there is when it's released. That's it. So also there will be a secret surprise for those of you who enter that newsletter form to be kept updated on this progress. And if you decide to purchase this book, there will be something waiting for you, something that the rest will not get.
Yes, we will also make pre-orders available later on.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, and for those of you that didn't see this, we will sign this in our names. Not Baron and Baroness Araignee, but our birth names, our real names, the names that, we use every bloody day.
Yeah.
So another secret revealed. And as always, you know, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, even our blog on our website.
Twitter.
But yeah, you know, you must excuse us if you're already following us on Twitter, because, you know, Facebook we get, all that's things we get, but us and Twitter is a bit of a...
Yeah, we're still getting used to it.
Yeah,
getting the hang of it.
It's a situation. It's very different. But anyway, thank you for watching, and, you know, we hope that this short video has at least sparked your excitement a little bit. Just at least a little bit.
And grabbed your attention.
And grabbed your attention, because really, this is something big. This is really, really, really something big. And if you pursue this, if you get this book, your life will be changed. And we're not saying any of this in vain or in... Yeah.
Or as a marketing scheme.
Or as a marketing scheme, you know.
It's simply the truth.
It's simply the truth.
Remember, the truth doesn't have versions of it. It simply is. And any version of the truth is a lie or deception. And we do not lie.
Oh yeah, one last thing. In this book, we will likely discuss a few controversial subjects in the occult,
yeah,
and stuff like that in general. But again, it needs to be said. It has to be said. Because, well, a lot of people might be thinking it, but no one wants to say it. So...
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a no-holds-bar book. It's not just pointing fingers, but actually enlightening and instructing. So there won't be any finger pointing concerning anything.
And with this book, either you're going to adore us for releasing this and making this available, or you're going to absolutely fucking hate us for this.
Yeah.
But one of the two, you will. And, well, it's all the better for us, because either way, we've made an impact in your life.
Damn straight.
Anyway, that's the end of our video.
So remember,
as within,
so without.
As above,
so below.
Namaste.
Namaste.
She's